Hi, welcome to IELTS Hobby. Um, a couple of days back, a student of mine asked me to make a video on um, the topics that can appear as IELTS essays. And I was at that point I was quite tired, so I said, "Okay, I will make one," and blah blah blah. But I've been racking my brain since morning as to what I should take as the topic of my video. What should I make a video on? Because I don't have any topic. As far as I know, in India, we've been, getting taught such things throughout our schooling eras, and we have known such things forever. We have known education, we have known science, we have known technology, we have known social phenomena, we have known um, political aspects, and we know everything. We know celebrity culture. So, what to tell you, as in this regard, just that it's an exam, you should be worried so much that you are not confident about your own knowledge is a disease. And in that case, I think a shrink can help you, perhaps. But still, as in, I have never seen a question, a task to in IELTS that is, challenging in regard to the theme it presents. If it is challenging at all, it can be challenging because the formation of the task is a bit multidimensional, or maybe it is using adverbs or something that can change the meaning to a great extent, like the only thing and all. But otherwise, if I see, whatever is there is something that is routine, and that is why I've been you know trying to think of something that I can use as the agendum in this video, but nothing has transpired. So what I can do is that I can go through some recent essays and I can prove my point, as in there's nothing to worry about in this regard. You should be worrying about your coherence and cohesion. Perhaps you should be worrying about your, not worrying, actually working on your maybe grammar or something. Why to sensationalize something? I'm not that kind of person who would do something of this sort for views, like this video is gonna change your IELTS exam, this video is gonna make thinking very easy, this video is gonna do LORA lesson, whatever. As in, it's not something that can be made a video on, or maybe that can be turned into an um, perhaps extension. It's all about you using your knowledge. And if you're not confident about, if you get so scared that you have been presented with an exam and you should be doubting yourself, if you're that kind of person, and then I think even this video, if it were made on such a thing, like I would have presented these topics and all, even then your exam would have been miserable. So be confident about your knowledge, and let's see some questions. Let's see if you have a point or I have a point. I hope my phone history doesn't show here. I use incognito. Yeah. Okay, I would look there, and any question that I stop at would be the one we will discuss. Now, if we see this question, people living in whatever. So if you see, now this one asks us to either agree or disagree or whatever. Now, can you not think of your grandparents or maybe even people before them? We have read a bit of history. Every one of us has read such things. So, why to be so baffled when you see such a question that, okay, previous times, lag gaye? Why to be so, as in, self defeating, where you are not able to use your own knowledge? You can always think about the situations that pertain to people who did not have hospitals, or maybe the people who did not have um, advanced medicines and all, and how these things have helped us today, or maybe the opposite, the pollution thing, or maybe the work schedules, or something of many sorts, I would say. So let's take another random guess. Now, even if we see this one, we know we are young, as in most of IELTS takers are young people. One thing I can think of right away is that the peer pressure thing, he has it, I don't. Solution maybe more towards spirituality. Another, the traffic thing, or the maybe traveling thing. These Ola cabs get cancelled as often as my dates. So the solution can be maybe being ahead of schedule yourself or something. Let's take another theme perhaps. Now this is about biodiversity, the lower one. Now here, if you see, there's a grammar clincher. You might not be able to understand the question if you do not know the exact usage of the adverb to. So to means more than is adequate. Now you should be working on such things rather than focusing on what the themes are going to be. Now, if you've understood that, you might be writing an essay of this sort. No, the amounts that are being spent are quite reasonable, or maybe yes, too much is being spent. They should reduce it. Things of these sorts. Now we have sports. IELTS is not a test of your knowledge, and they are not going to present you with something that is beyond your bandwidth in regard to the material. They might try to trick you in terms of grammar and vocabulary, but they are not testing you on the basis of what you know about the world in general. So, as in the general knowledge department, perhaps, to rephrase myself. So, be very patient in that regard. Give yourself 2 3 minutes. Think about the essay properly. You are always in a hurry to write the essay. When I say that, you say that we have to complete the essay in 40 minutes. Then you should be working on that thing with another mindset, one thing at a time. Devote some time to thinking, as in thinking about many essays. Then devote some time to, you know, speed, and then you can combine them. And of course, the combination is going to be developed, um, you know, at its own pace. It's going to take some time too. So if you're not ready to accept reality, then luck is the only factor you can rely on. Then maybe you'll get an essay for which you will get ideas in a jiffy. And if you're not patient enough, if you're not realistic enough, then you might get an essay that will, that will be something that you will understand after the exam is over. Oh, it was so easy. Fuck me. It's up to you. But as I've said, I think a zillion times in this video, be rational, be confident, and stay away from, you know, see you.